So yesterday I almost completed 3 to 4 Spring Boot features. That starter concept completed, and auto configuration, dev tools also completed, and XML configuration. Then that means there is no specific coding example for this. In our examples, we don't use any XML configurations. Completely all are Java configuration. So in Spring we used to do with the XML configuration and Java configuration, but in Spring Boot mostly XML configuration is removed. Okay, we mostly work with the Java configuration only. Then next one is actuator profilings, embedded servers. These are some important topics. This I will cover whenever I'll get some time. Maybe I had to prepare some notes for that. And also to discuss actuator profilings or embedded servers, I need to cover some REST APIs. Okay, because like to cover that embedded servers, all those things, I need to show some JSP pages that is somewhat complex. And meantime, I will cover the REST API. So first we will discuss today what is REST API, how to use, when to use, what is the purpose for that. So REST API means, before going to Spring Boot REST API, we'll see about RESTful web services. What are RESTful web services? Why we need to go for RESTful web service? Before RESTful web service, what are available? Before REST, there is SOAP-based web services. Even I don't have much knowledge on that, just I'm giving overview. In the SOAP-based web services, we mostly use XML-based communication. Okay, XML-based communication. This is somewhat complex to understand. This XML configuration, SOAP-based web services, somewhat complex and heavyweight. Heavyweight means you want to transfer one data from one server to another server. There are a lot of memory consumption, network consumption will be used. Okay. To avoid these kind of issues, there are many differences. I'm giving this overview. There are some issues in that SOAP web services. We go with the REST API. In the REST API web services, we have many types. Okay. Without Spring also we can develop RESTable web services. With Spring also we can develop. Okay. Without Spring we can develop by using Jersey. There are many implementations. Jersey is one example. Jersey library. There are some people, vendors, they developed RESTful web services. Okay, in the form of the Jersey libraries. By using Jersey libraries also, we can develop RESTful web services. Okay. After that, in RESTful web services, Spring people also developed the REST API implementation in his own way. Spring in own way, they developed some web services by using Spring. Okay, on top of the Spring Boot given some flexible way to implement the REST APIs. Okay, not much difference in the Spring Boot REST APIs. Only the flexible, like auto configuration, these things will give more benefit. Okay, just see REST API like no one using right now. Some applications which is not based on Spring, they want to use REST APIs, they can use the Jersey. Okay, for example, my project is not a Spring, so still I want to use the web services, REST web services, so that I can use the Jersey concept. Okay, Jersey implementation of the REST web services. But now we are discussing about the Spring Boot. In Spring Boot comes with its own implementation of the REST API. Okay, first we'll see when we need REST APIs. Example, there are two websites. One is Amazon. It is built on top of the Java, Java Spring or whatever. There is another website, HDFC. HDFC built on top of the .NET or something else, or Python, whatever. Now, whenever you are booking something on Amazon, what you do? You select a product. Okay, go to cart and go to checkout, payment. In the payment stage, what you will enter? Maybe according to your payment type. If it is like credit card, debit card, phone pay, or something else, depends on that. You will enter your credentials or whatever details. So I selected the payment gateway is a credit card. Okay, payment method is credit card. For the credit card, I entered credit card number, name, expiry date, and CVV. All those things I filled. Then click on the payment. Now Amazon wants to communicate to corresponding credit card banking service. My credit card is HDFC credit card. So HDFC credit card, I given the input so that I'm doing the payment. Now Amazon wants to communicate to HDFC. The HDFC, I'm giving that these are the credit card number. He is a user. Okay, expiry date, username, maybe a CVV. All these things I'm providing to you. Okay. Now check. I'm trying to do the payment of 20,000. Now check the corresponding user is valid user or not. If he is valid, that amount is there or not his account. If it is there, then deduct the amount 20,000 and do the payment response. Okay. Here, what is the problem? This both is applications. These both applications are in same language, so we can use some different technologies. Maybe redirect mechanism, something else like that we can use. But the two different applications are different languages. How this will be communicated? So both are Java, then Java knows how to communicate another Java. But both are .NET, then Java, .NET know how to communicate another .NET application. But these are different applications. How to communicate? Java object don't know .NET. .NET data don't know Java. How these two will be communicated? Okay, just consider same scenario in another situation also. Maybe you are doing something like booking bus ticket in the red bus. Okay, you are doing payment. That payment gateway is a Axis Bank. Payment gateway is a PhonePe. PhonePe built on some other application type, some other language. How this will be communicated? Okay, this Amazon server, his server is in Tomcat. Example, this is in Tomcat server, and HDFC is in a WebLogic server or Java server. Now Tomcat wants to communicate. Sorry, Amazon wants to communicate HDFC, which is running on Java server. Okay, we know that every server has corresponding port number, IP address, port number, / application name, some payment URL. Okay, payment URL. So in that, now Amazon trying to communicate to HDFC Bank, what data it will share? If it put in Java object, if we create like payment class create a payment class object, in that object data is there, set the value, credit card number, name, CVV, expiry date, all these things set. And can you send this object directly to Amazon? Sorry, Amazon, it is HDFC Bank. Can you send this? We cannot send because this Java object cannot understand by the HDFC, which is built on the .NET. Then how this will be communicated? How this will be communicated? Before that, up to now, what application we developed, maybe servlet or JSP, Spring MVC, whatever. If we give some request to our application, what it will give response back? Just now also we tried, right? We given some URL, HTTP localhost 2023/welcome1. We got output as a welcome to JSP. That is a page. That is a response as a page. Page is a HTML page. HTML, JavaScript, CSS, this kind of pages. But when the pages understand, so the end user is, he is related to human. If end user is human, he can see the response. Okay, he can see the response, a table format, maybe some images or whatever, he can understand. But in this case, in the REST API applications, the data is communicating between two different applications. But in Spring MVC or JSP serverlets, here client is communicating to the server. Who is the client? Client is one human. Client is a human, and server is some application. Now here client is communicating to server in terms of JSP or servlet, Spring MVC. So server will give response back as a JSP page. So JSP page, it look like some table or images or something else. So he can understand easily by seeing that. Okay. Then in the case of REST, two different applications communicating, not end client is a human. Two different applications. So two applications cannot understand HTML language. Okay, the red bus or HDFC Bank giving response as a one page login success, payment created. The response if you give back to Amazon, Amazon can't understand. Amazon wants only data, if payment success or not. Okay. So in this way of communication, what is the best approach to communicate? Maybe XML previously used SOAP-based web services. In the RESTful, we use the JSON. Okay. Whenever Amazon sending some data to another application, HDFC, it is sending that data, maybe whatever payment information, credit card, debit card, CVV, amount, these will be sent to in the form of JSON. How JSON look like? What is JSON? JSON is a plain, what is JSON? JavaScript object notation. Okay, I will give more clarity on JSON, how to build a JSON, but high level, it will be communicated through JSON. So whatever data we given, payment information, that will take away Amazon, convert into JSON. That JSON will be sent back to the server. Which server? HDFC server. That HDFC Bank will take this JSON, the decrypt, okay, read the JSON and do the validation, the corresponding user valid or not. If it is a valid user, then if payment amount is there or not, amount is there, can be deductible or not. Okay, it is deducted 20,000. If amount is there, deducted, then give response as a payment success. Amount is not there, maybe insufficient balance response. That response, how it will give? It will not give as a JS page. It will give as a JSON. It will give as a JSON. So that JSON again read by the Amazon as a response. Okay, the payment is success. It will show us as a payment is success page. If it is a payment is success failure message, it will give as a failure message, failure page to us. That's what internally communicated through JSON. Okay, and whenever whatever I told, so that JSON response, how that JSON will be transferred. JSON is a data, that is fine. How that one application will communicate to another application? There is a HTTP protocol. HTTP protocol it will use. HTTP request. Whatever browser request we are sending, that browser is a HTTP protocol only. Okay, whenever we give any request from the browser to server, that will be HTTP protocol only. Okay, we have HTTPS and HTTP. HTTPS is a secure one. HTTP is a not secure one. Not much differences. Okay, internally we have multiple differences, but in high level as a developer we know to think about much. Then HTTP request, what it is there? Header and body. In header part we have a URL. In body part we have a JSON data. Okay, whatever data, our payment information or whatever we are sending from source application to target application. Source application built a HTTP request. That HTTP request contain a header part and body part. In header part we will mention URL. That means which application going to call. And body part can put the data, what data we are going to send. Why it will put body part? Body part is more secure. Internally it will do some encryption mechanism. Okay, that also I will show why we are putting body part. So next thing is today we'll discuss more on the JSON. Okay, tomorrow we'll go further remaining concept of REST, but today we'll discuss on the JSON. What is JSON? Before that, some points about REST. REST means representational state transfer. Okay, representational state transfer. So what the state of the data going to transfer as some format, some representation, maybe JSON representation or XML representation. And also REST is like some other, this is architecture style, how we are going to implement wherever the two different applications going to communicate. Okay, two different applications going to communicate. And REST is a stateless. What is the meaning of stateless? Stateless means stateless. Maybe I'll cover later stateless. Just remember that. We'll go for JSON. What is JSON? Java script object notation. JavaScript object notation in that. So just we'll discuss what is JSON format, how to build our custom object as a JSON, how to convert our data to JSON. So in JSON, everything is started with everything has a key value format. Everything is a key value. How it look like in map, java.map. Everything is look like a map. Okay, key and value. Here, key is a string, value can be anything. Okay, key and value. So key is a always string. Value can be different type. Different type. What are different types are available? Mostly we discuss. Value can be another map. Value can be another map. That means what? Another map. Key and value again. Values can be number type. Maybe integer, byte, chart, long, double. Okay. Value can be Boolean type. Value can be array type. Array or array list. Both are same. Okay. Mostly we'll see this one with map, number, Boolean, array. So value can be any type. Okay. Fine. Now we'll see some examples. We'll see some examples on the map or JSON. I have some data, book data. That book contain book ID, maybe int book ID. String book name, up to here, fine. Now I want to represent this object as a JSON. Okay, this object as a JSON. Key is a string and key cannot be duplicated. And nested JSON is possible. Nested JSON is possible. What is nested JSON? This is a simple example. One key associated with another JSON. Okay, again here key value. Okay, each key value separated with comma. Okay, this is simple. Now I'm going to create object for this. New book, maybe ID I'm providing 100, name I'm providing Java. Now I want to convert this object into JSON. How it will convert? First JSON will be started with a open and close, that already you know. So here key is a variable name, value whatever given 100. Okay, again I write comma, y comma, each key value separated with a comma. Now another variable as a name, the corresponding value as a Java. Java is string, right? You should use a double quotes. Okay, this is simple conversion of our Java class to JSON. Okay, another example. We'll see another example. I have a class, again book only, or person. Person has person ID, the int type. Example, this string type. Person ID taken string, remember that. And string person name, double salary, and I given array or list. Both are same in terms of JSON. List of string addresses. Okay, addresses. Now I'm going to set the values. New person, person ID may be not one. Not one is a string in double quotes. Name, I'm giving ABCD is name. Salary, double right. This one. Address, it is list of data. So list of data, how you can give? Shortcut way, array dot as list. List of addresses. Hyderabad is address permanent. Temporary address is a present address is a Bangalore. Here we have two values for the list. Okay, these two values. Hyderabad, comma, Bangalore. This I want to convert into JSON. How to convert? Every JSON start with a open, close, lower bracket. Now tell me what is the first key? PID, string, right? Value is a string. That's why you had to open a double quotes. 101. Why taken 101 here string, but line number 31 here only without a double quotes? Because type is important. Here string, previously it is an integer. That's why taken a double quotes 101. Now name is a ABCD, comma. Third one salary. Key is a always double quotes only. Salary, what was salary I said? 1000, comma 234, comma. Now again list of address. Address is a key. Address key. So this is a key. What is the value? Value is a list. List array representation same. Even if write array here, list here in JSON format, representation same. List representation is this one. Open bracket, close bracket, square brackets. In that, both are strings only. Hyderabad, Bangalore. That's why I opened a double quotes. Okay, this is a list or array representation. Fine. Fine. Up to here clear? And doubt unaya? చూడండి ఒకసారి ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈ పాయింట్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. JSON ఒక డేటాని జావా ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని JSON రిప్రజెంట్ చేయాలంటే ఈ ఫార్ములాస్ ఫాలో అవ్వాలి, ఈ రూల్స్. ఆర్ కీ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ స్ట్రింగ్. Key is always string. Key can be duplicated. That means what? If I write ID, name, again ID, it will give error. Okay, keys cannot be duplicated. Values can be different type. The values can be duplicated. And can be different type. Different type means can we have number type, boolean type, array type, map type also. Array covered already. Array or list both are same. Okay, already covered. Boolean, map I will show now. Up to here, any doubts? Respond please. Any doubts? Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, audible.
I don't hear any voice. Respond in chat. Anushaka, am I audible? Okay, fine. With no doubts, I'll continue here. I'm adding some more in the person class. I'm adding some more in the person class. Example 3. In the person class, I have address fine, and here address is not a string. Address is a address type. Okay, I have another address class. I have another address class. Class address. Int house number, string, location or place, city, whatever, and boolean is primary address or not. Okay, this is boolean type. Now I'm going to create object. So I want to create object, first create an address class object. Okay, address A1 equal to new address, first value house number is 200, city is primary is false, it is not a primary. Second address I'm creating 300, house number 300, city is HOD, is primary is a true. I have a true addresses. Now create a person object. Person P is equal to new person. Person ID is 101, string. Okay, I had given a double quotes. Person name is a ABCD. Salary. Last one is address. Address is a list type. So I have to create a list. List I can create two ways. Okay, by shortcut way, already told previously, address.as list. In normal way, the list of address list is equal to new array list. List dot add A1, list dot add A2. Okay, now I ready with this list. That list I am going to add in a constructor. Third argument is a list. Okay, just think I have a parametric constructor here. Just think like that. Now person is ready. How to convert this object into JSON? How to convert this? So first one is PID. P is a PID. PID equal to colon, not equal to. Okay, value is a 101, comma. Second one, what is that? String name. Key is a name, is a string, right? ABCD, some name. Third one, salary, double salary. Salary, colon, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, whatever I given. Okay, so fourth one is list of addresses. Okay, this is a list of addresses. Sorry, this is not list. I'm taking into as a map. Okay, fine. Previously, the list of strings. Now it is list of address. Address is a class again. Okay, how to represent another class again? addresses equal addresses colon addresses colon here another class. How to open JSON? This one. In the another class, it is a list, but list of, don't confuse. Address is a type of list, so open list type. In the list type, each one is another class. Another class means open close, comma, open close. Okay. Here in the address we have a what are the variables? House num, equal to 200, city, is primary address or not? I want to set to false. First time false. Second time is true. Okay, another object, address object. It is 300. It is Hyderabad. It is true. This is a conversion of our Java object to the JSON. To check this way, JSON is valid or not, is correct or not, how to check? Just to go to Google. JSON validator. Just paste here your JSON validate. It is saying something error. Addresses is not correct. Duplicate key address. Okay, where is the duplicate key? Addresses duplicate. This is different JSON. This is different JSON. Why it is duplicate? Where I provided. Give me a second. Why it is giving duplicate? One JSON. Okay. This is another JSON. This is top level JSON. Okay, fine. If I remove one, let me try another JSON validator. JSON formatter. Format. See here, there is no errors. It is correct only. Validate. I don't see any errors also. It's correct only. Okay. There are no errors also. So this is a valid JSON. Okay. So want to check this is valid or not, just change something and do validate. It is not responding. Duplicate key address found, line number 8, column number 6. Okay. How is it duplicate key address? Okay, why? Check in our address is a key. Okay, but here we have primary. Why taken that address is primary? Okay. Okay, go to JSON. Just do here also fine. Now validate. So it is valid JSON. What that mean? Whatever JSON we converted, that is valid. If we see some errors, if we see any errors, so that we cannot send to the another server because it is not a meaningful JSON. Okay, which here I change it to is primary normal variable. It is giving error, not correct, because key should be a string type always. Okay, so here more understand more better. Array represents like this, map represents like this. Okay, so this is simple thing to understand. Remember, remaining all are simple. Okay, so see here nested JSON, this is top level JSON. This is top level, and again inner we have a nested JSON. Okay, again we can write, if you have a requirement, we can write another JSON here. We have a requirement. Key, comma, value. We can write like this if we have a requirement. Okay, should be some key 1. Every nested JSON should be associated with some key. This is valid. So depends on the requirement, we can write any how much level nested JSON you want, you can write. Otherwise, I have to want to add some list type here. How to add list type? Just click on here, some random key, any key I am giving, and corresponding values are ABC, CDF. Okay, validate. Okay, white error, key 1. Okay, comma missing. Every key and value separated with a comma. Okay, I think it is clear. First time you feel definitely complex.
It is clear, but for this, whatever this here, we want to develop a code. So copy this one.
Okay.
Please copy this one. Sorry. So for this, we have to write the code. We have to return the code.
Okay. Okay. Reverse way. So now we converted Java object to JSON. You are asking to convert JSON to Java.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I missed the 10 minutes class because of some call. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever
I will follow that what you said, but yeah.
Whenever you found this kind of symbols, simply think that should be array or list type. You have to take array or list type. Okay. Whenever you found a square brackets, whenever you found this flower brackets, you should think about a map. Okay. Let's start implementation of this. Okay. Up to here I'm taking because this is somewhat extra added. Then start converting the JSON to object. Okay, just to beautify this. Validate. I see some errors. See what are errors. Is primary. Address. Saying partial primary. It's correct, right? Okay, this extra comma. Okay, it is valid. Now start converting your JSON to Java. So what is top level? It is a flower. Flower bracket means map. Take a map. Okay, inside map, what is the key? Key type is a always string. Okay, take a key as a string. Comma. What is the value? You see integer, you see double, you see string, you see again array also. There are multiple types. If there are multiple types, we cannot specify any specific type. Okay, if you give that string, if you give the string, it will feel like this is array, why you are converting to string. Okay, if you give boolean or if you give double, what will happen? This is a string type. Why? How to convert this to double? That is a errors will get. So that there are multiple types, then convert into object. Take a reference of object. Later on, you can check that type. This is a one map conversion. Okay, we'll see another example. I have map like this. That map contain only these 3 values. I have JSON. only these three values. This is primary also true. True is a string type. Now tell me what is the type? Top one is a map anyway. Map of string of. Okay, this is also numeric. Check this one. Now string of string. Okay, let's take another example. Key is a address. Address I'm taking
Not
a.
like the Chenchu for the top one. Yes, we did. Oh, 1 second. Top what you 120 line 120.
120. Okay.
Go for 120. Here, yes. We are how we declare classes for this. See, it is map with a string object, okay. But inside this object, we have to declare another. How we can declare like this? How we written in our code like this?
Okay, if you want to convert to
This
Pojo
is
class.
array. Again, we have to. This is also another list of JSON objects.
Okay. I understood that. If you want to convert in Pojo class level.
Confusion.
Want to convert Pojo class level, take any class name. Class name, no need to take personal, no need to take address, or you can take any EMP also. Okay, class name we cannot decide based on this JSON. Inside that, what is data? Person ID, key is a person ID. Okay, take this string because the value is a integer. That's why we can take as a int PID. Next one is name is ABCD, is a string type. That is why take a string name. Third one is salary is a double type. Take a double salary. Fourth one is a address. Address is what type? Type?
List.
Started with this one. So you can take a list or array. You can take a better list collections. We are more flexible. Inside a list, what is there? Inside list, again we have some map. Inside list, again we have a map. For this map, again take a class. Take a new class. What is the class? Class name? Maybe you can take address. This data is related to address. So I can take address class name. Yes. This data related to some payment, take a payment class. Okay. This is address city primary. So by seeing this, we can understand this is a address related data. So I am taking class name address. Now key is a address. Key is a address. Address is a value is a int type. So I take an int because the 300 is int type. Again, city is a value is Hyderabad. It is string. Third one is Boolean type because it is represented true or false. It is primary. Okay. Now this is a part of one list. Okay. This is I represent as a address class. This is a part of one list. That list is a variable as a address. The address go to address class. In address class we have one variable address. The type is I'm taking class address. It's clear?
Yes, Andrew.
Okay, just go through the symbols. Okay, it is finally one class. Okay, in the class it is a string. Double quotes open, right? It is string. It is a string. But values are what? These are variable names. What are the values? This is a int type. So I take a PID int. Name as a string type. Salary as a double type. Address is a array or list type. Take a list of something. What is something? Internal list contain what? Multiple values. Multiple values means this represent again has a class. How we represent this as a class? This also same look like, right? Take a class again. This is a class object. This is a class object. This class object is in a one list. Is it fine?
Yes. If it is, yeah. We'll see so many examples that will get.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Up to now, it is very clear, Chenchu.
So in address, what else we can add? Family member names. That names I'm taking as a list. What is first name? First person name. Person one name P1. Person two name P2. Okay, we can take Rajesh, Suresh like that also. Anything. Okay. Again same. Family number. Address. Maybe in this address have only 2 persons. First address. Any names? Okay, no matter on that. Okay, first address, family members are 3 peoples. Those are strings. Second address, family members are 2 peoples. Those will be in a list or array. Now tell me what we can change in the address class. This I change in the address variable. And the address variable, go to address variable. This is a list. In the list, we have a address, city, okay, address, city, and is primary. One more is there. What is one more? Family number names. What is family number names type? It is what is type? What is type this one? Array or list. So I can take a array also I can take, or list also you can take. If it is a array, this is symbol. What type? In the array, what are the elements are there? String type. So take a string array. What represent list format? Take a list. What is the type inside that list? String. Generates concept. Okay. This is the approach to convert JSON into our Java objects. Okay, we'll see some more examples whenever we discuss in RestAPI, because RestAPI completely communicated through JSON or XML. We mostly discuss in JSON only. Okay, fine. This is about JSON, this high level to understand something. Tomorrow I will start RestAPI. In the RestAPI, we'll discuss how to develop a simple RestAPI. What are different methods? What are the approaches? Okay, a response course. All the things we'll see tomorrow.